that one of the Level Up conferences and big posters. She got plastic covered and everything, and I never put it up because I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready. So let's go, let's grow. So I get to pass the ball. Well, no. Well, yeah, pass the ball, I guess, to this gentleman, our soul motivator, the man with the plan, apparently all around his house. He is our leader, our again soul motivator. I adore him. I adore his beautiful wife. I adore his family, and he's just a heck of a motivator, Mr. Erik Robinson, son.
Woo! Wow. Thank you, Miss Tawana, for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful introduction. I love it. Now that y'all saw my house and my dining room now, don't get mad, because Dr. Mary, don't tell her I showed y'all that because she be, she don't want nobody to see that stuff. Cause it's like, hey, I'm like, I ain't got no Picasso. Picasso was dead, and I get it. I'm not knocking art, but that's my art right now, right? That's my art. My family, my business model, my ideas, my thing. That's our art. Man, hey, son, you got an idea? Come on, let's put it up there. Boom, boom, boom. So we can get it out of our head and on the paper. Somebody said leaders think on ink. So I need to get out of my head and put it somewhere. And I know we got these smart devices and you can put it all over the place. I need to put it on I'm old school, write it down. Because then when you put it into action, I'm hearing it, I'm seeing, I'm taking kinetic action. It's going to memory a little bit better. Then I can take a photo of it and upload that photo. So I have it on my phone, have it on my drive and stuff like that. But that's the way that's just how I am. I'm old school. I didn't grow up on these high tech computer days. So some of the kids, they just do the, they type it in. I get it. It's digital ink, and I get it, digital art. So what I want to talk about today, Kamal sparked me thinking about something, and I'm listening to Aviola, Jock, and some of the things you talked about, and you asked a great question, Uncle Jock. You say, how many of y'all know what it takes exactly to get to your next position?
Right.
And if I'm like, if you're not crystal clear, that's probably my fault. But so I want to talk about that as a leader, because sometimes we kind of miss things. We kind of go to the next level, always moving, always pushing. But it's the basics. When you master the basics, right? We look at sports, and I was just watching this young lady train in sports. I think her name Tia Cooper. She's playing WNBA. I don't know if she's trying to get back in, but I'm watching her train, and this guy's giving her the basics. The basic things of dribbling, and she's a professional player, former professional player, or she maybe still professional, just not in the league, but trying to get back into the league. But I'm looking at her, and he's giving some basics, using a chair and some dribbling techniques and how to move and stuff like that, doing things without live players there, right, to prepare her, right? And so some of the moves are they kind of master, and they breaking down the moves that players have done, but it's still dribbling. Right? It's still understanding how people move, because people can either move left, right, back, forward, or side. You know what I mean? So understand up and down. So you understanding your opponent. It's not so many ways they're going to go, right? But so you just kind of mastering that and start to understand this. And you look at martial arts, they understand how people are going to move, and you start looking at boxing fight. Ain't so many things people are going to do. Troy, y'all are martial artists. There's not so many things that people are going to do. So you can kind of prepare for those moves. But it's really mastering the basics. It's just taking the basic foundation. A punch is a punch. You just maybe do it faster. Maybe you punch them this way. You maybe do this type of punch or whatever. But it's still, you're moving your arm. It's still a punch, right? Uppercut is still a punch, right? A kick is a kick. Now, there's so many different ways they can kick you, so many different angles, but it's still a kick. So you're mastering the basics. So I started thinking about this. So sometimes we kind of layer to the top level. We go black belt, 5th degree black belt. And you know what? We got to realize a 5th degree black belt started as a white belt, and it's just a white belt compounded. So let me give y'all some white belt training today. All right. Maybe it's not white belt. We're not going to take all the white belt. We probably more like a yellow green belt. You know what I mean? You're a little bit more advanced in the basic. But I think, typically going from that white belt to the yellow green belt, or however you want to move, is usually a commitment to the process. I don't think it's a different big skill level between a yellow belt and a white belt and stuff like that. It really is just a commitment to the process. They go through and see how you committed to the process, because the next level skill doesn't really start. So I'm gonna assume y'all are committed to the process. So I'm not gonna take you to the beginning. Are y'all with me? So let's talk about this builder's model. I really want to speak on this because I hear a lot about this builder's model, and Eric, and Uncle Jock, some of y'all leaders probably heard this. Some of you, you may hear people say, well, y'all talk about recruiting. All you talk about is building and recruiting and recruiting and recruiting. Why you just, well, teach me how to sell. I need to know. I. See, production is an I thing, which you do. Leaders are do. Leaders are going to produce because that's what they do. Building is a we thing, and that may not be natural. Human being, self-preservation is natural. A baby's going to cry, and ask me how I know, because I got one in my house. A baby will cry when they're hungry. They come out the womb, they learn, they start crying when they're hungry. They find ways to communicate when they're hungry. Why? Because self-preservation, because they don't get fed, their body's telling them, I'm going to die. So taking care of oneself, you don't have to teach that.
Right.
Are y'all catching that? See,
Yeah.
learn, I got to make some sales. We're going to show you some sales skills. Your desire to make a sale is on you. Your desire to generate the revenue, to generate a check, I shouldn't have to teach you to want to have. If I got to teach you at over 18 to try to want to make some money, we're in the wrong game. See, I'm not here to try to teach you to have a desire to make money. What I do need to do, though, is let you realize that this is an opportunity, a way to make money.
Yes.
So you may not have been exposed to that. So it may take a little bit to help you understand that this is a way to make money. And Abiola said it best. So he said, listen, I only hang around the people who are doing the things I'm trying to do.
Woo.
Bro,
say that again. Say that again. Say that again, Eric.
He says, I only hang around the people who are doing the things that I want to do.
And it only makes sense.
Some of y'all are, and it's funny, my cousins always say, Eric, man, you always talking about, if I ain't talking about you ain't hanging around me. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go somewhere. My family, like, I got brothers who are in the military. They hang with each other. They both in the retired military. They go places. I see them pictures on Facebook. I'm like, man, I ain't getting invited. They're like, bro, we're military. We talk that talk. We walk the walk. And they hang around the other military friends. Are y'all with me? You're a private citizen. So yes, we're brothers, but it's just, it ain't the same. Are y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not saying they don't love me any different, but I hang around the people trying to go where I'm trying to go. I hang around Uncle John. Go, listen, I'm trying to hang with Dr. Mary. I'm like, hey, you know what? And if she starts talking about stuff that I ain't trying to talk about, because she has a group that's in her career and she hangs around their people. And when that overrides when it trickles over here, I'm like, I'm sorry, Dr. Mary, I got to go to another room. Because I know you got to do that, and that's cool. But I got to do this. Are y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not disrespecting your career. I'm just saying I'm respecting my career. So why are you on the phone with Jock? Why are you on the phone with this person? Why are you on the call Corey J? Why are you on the phone? Why are you on the phone with Zay? Me and Zay, why? Because this is where I'm trying to go. Are y'all with me? Right? And then you start hanging around people who going faster than you. He said, man, I didn't think 10,000 was possible until I met somebody who's making 100,000 a month. And the next thing you know, I start making 10,000 a month. See, it raises your game. It raises your level. Are y'all with me?
Yep.
That's the thought processes are different. And people don't think like that, but the thought processes are different. The people in the professional sports, I watched it, and Zay, you can touch to this. You've had some of your close friends, then they maybe some went to bigger schools than your school. So then they start hanging around we hang around the big football programs, right? Because you still my guy, but we move, we got to be here. Then the ones who go pro, now they hang around the other pro players. But they used to be my guy, but yeah, you still friend. But I got to hang around my other pro players. I got to hang around the people who are doing the things I'm trying to do. Are y'all with me? It's just you're a product of the company you are. So here's the thing: sometimes we are trying to move people that we love to bring them into this circle, and unfortunately, they love the circle that they're in.
Ooh, wow. Man.
You're trying to put people in your circle and they love the circle they in. Well, see, here's the thing. You got to realize there's a whole group of people who don't know this circle exists. So you got to go out there and keep recruiting, keep building, and finding people who like the circle we're here. It ain't everybody. Do y'all know, if you look at some colleges, they got a rate of which, now this is college, people who are paying money to go. People who've been trained since elementary, kindergarten, elementary, junior high, high school. They've been taught for 12 years and some of them little 13, 14 years, you know, depends on how this, they've been taught though for 12 to 14 years that this is the path. Then they pay to get over to college. And do y'all realize there's still a dropout rate in college?
Hmm.
Everybody, they even posted, what's your graduation percentage rate? What's the rate of first year dropout? There's still a first year dropout rate. They call it the freshman attrition. There's an attrition rate where people ain't coming back to become sophomores. And then there's a few of those who are going to graduate. So what am I trying to say? Even something that people have been trained all their life, when they get there, there's still a dropout rate. So don't y'all think y'all going to have a dropout rate in your business? They wasn't trained all their life for this. They got exposed to this. So are you understanding they're getting exposed, not being trained for this? You got to teach them how the skills that they got applies here. There's going to be a dropout rate. There's going to have some attrition. So you got to just be prepared for that. Are y'all with me? See, this is a builder's model. Why do you want to do a builder's model? Because I get people all the time, man. There's a builder's model. Let me give you the two models. You got the builder's model, you got the producer's model.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, the two tracks, a builder or a producer. Now, producer's model can sometimes be inside of a builder's model, like ours. That's the cool thing about Xperia. We have both. But then typically, producers could be a captive agent, where, let's say I'm going to one of those companies like a State Farm or Allstate, New York Life. Like, all I'm doing is just producing. I'm not recruiting anybody. I'm just going over there and writing business for them. I'm an agent. I'm working under somebody's State Farm umbrella. I work at an agency and I sell insurance. Are y'all with me? And I just sell insurance, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just producing. I'm not bringing nobody in. I get paid for maybe what I sell, or maybe I get a salary. I don't know. It depends. We have a builder's model in Xperia. So we got to embrace an Xperia. We have a builder's model, which allows you to come and build your business. You're like the agency owner at State Farm. Without having to pay all the franchise fees, without having to get the building, without having to get the sign. Do y'all realize State Farm doesn't give you the sign for free? You drive somebody's office, they paying an office rent. It's not free. If I open a McDonald's franchise, I got to pay for the building. Once you pay the $500,000 for the franchise's rights, you still got to buy the building. You still got to rent the building, get the land. You still got to buy the toilet paper, paper towels, napkins, everything says McDonald's, the straws. You still got to get everything. And it got to be labeled McDonald's. You can't go to Costco's or Walmart and go get some generic straws. Are y'all with me? Some generic napkins. It ain't going to work. You're going to buy McDonald's napkins from McDonald's. They're going to supply you everything. So even in that model, now people come over here and then you got to go get the employees. So why do we have a builder's model? We give you the opportunity to do everything that is encompassed with the franchise without all the extra franchise overhead and all the extra franchise fees. And
Hold on, Eric. Hold. Do you realize what you know what you just said because you said it? Do y'all realize what Eric just said? Like, we have an opportunity. You remember when we first got started, Eric? And I was like, bro, we can set up a company inside of a company and not have to pay all of those overhead fees, admin stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, let that sink in. We all on this Zoom have an opportunity to create a company inside of a company. Let that really sink in. I'm talking, we can build a company and be bigger than IMOs out here. Yes. And don't have to pay those fees that Eric talked. We don't have to pay for the toilet paper. We don't have to pay for the straws. We don't have to pay for AC. When we first started, they urged us to get physical offices.
Yeah.
Remember that, Eric? They were like, once you become an ED in Xperia, you got to go and get a physical office. Because remember, I was going to get one in DC and you were going to get one in Maryland.
They just removed that requirement, Jock, probably 6 months after we got started. Once we were right, a couple of months after we hit ED, they just removed that. Was a requirement for all executive directors. You had to have an office. They removed that requirement right within. That's like, hey man, we in COVID, coming out of COVID, like, whoa, let's reevaluate that. I think we kind of pushed that. We was like, hey y'all, this is we brought this online world to Xperia, really.
Right.
But we're doing the business agency on, Jock. Some of us don't even have to pay for Zoom. Y'all got a free Zoom. I got a paid Zoom. Some of y'all get to come on my paid Zoom. You don't even have a paid Zoom. So you talking about the expenses you don't have to cover? Ooh.
I'm telling you, once you really understand all the different layers and benefits that we have as opposed to some other agents with other IMOs, we should all have that fire under our feet.
Yeah, man, Josh. So look, I'm gonna give y'all a couple other things about this builder's model. So when you go into a builder's model, one of the things that you have to understand, I want you to understand the opposite first, okay? And why some of these people oppose, Eric, why are you recruiting? Why are you always talking about the recruiting? Let me make this be clear. Most people who don't want to hear you talk about recruiting, they have a negative connotation to recruiting. Maybe they've done some MLM or some network marketing, some pyramid things, they did something, and they didn't have success. See, I've met a lot of people, and a lot of my friends and people I talked to, associates, they were successful in network marketing. See, I didn't hang around the unsuccessful ones. So I personally don't have that, I don't have that mindset because I hang around the successful ones. I was here because Mr. Relio Evans was successful in network marketing, building agencies, right? So even I was coming up, I hung around, hey, let me tap into Relly. Let me figure out meet Relly. We wasn't on the same teams, kind of like we connect. I'm like, I want to connect where the movement is going because I knew I always saw myself as a winner. So if I come over here, I was winning in my career, so I switched careers. So let me come over here and find out who the winners are. Because I realized even in the car business, there was people who were winning and people who wasn't winning. There's people come in, they sign up, become a salesperson, and they quit the next month. Every month I was recruiting in the car business. Every month I had to bring in 5 to 10 new salespeople and train them as a sales manager. And I know the majority of them would leave. Train 5, 10 every month. Did that for 15 years. Every month, every month you started back at zero. So there was no rollover in the car business. Every month you started back at zero. So I was kind of prepared for this. See, some of y'all are not. So I'm trying to give y'all some of my mindset. I was prepared for this because every month I came back to zero. There was no residual income. It was zero. You got to go get your customers again, get referrals again. You sold 300 cars. Oh, y'all set a company record. Okay. Next week, next day, you come back in, the board is raised to zero. And it's Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? The owner's like, Eric, but you just had a good month. What have you done for me lately? Bro, you don't produce, you don't make no money, and you're fired. You don't even keep your job. See, some of y'all can come over here, sign your AOA, don't produce, and you get to keep your AOA position. You pay some of y'all ain't even paying your back office fees, and you still get to keep your AOA position.
Right.
Come on. See, I come from a production structure. So when people talk to me like, Eric, but who's writing this? Who's this? And I get this from a lot of people. I even get this from leaders. I'm like, y'all don't understand. Y'all talking to the wrong guy. So don't come to me. And I'm trying to help y'all get this mindset because some of y'all are adopted this. See, I'm the wrong guy for that. I spent 16 years of my life in production. Every month I had to make the sale to get a check. And then I had to teach people how to make a living every month. I did that for 14 years, managing for 14 years, how to make a living every month at zero, every month at zero, every month at zero. Good month, next month you're back at zero, back at zero, back at zero. There was no rollovers. There was no, like here, you write a deal and you make it paid next week, you got some deals in the pipeline. No, there was no rollovers. It's zero. And your production levels, you got to hit the production level. You got to sell so many cars to get to the next level, like getting promoted. We have promotions too, but that promotion doesn't carry over. You made 30%, use that at top level, like an ED 30% top level compensation that month. Next month, you're back at zero. You got to work your way up. You got to sell enough cars. You got to sell 10 cars, you get to this level. Sell 15 cars, you get to this level. Sell this many cars, you get to this level. Next month, you're back at zero. Sell this many cars, you get to this level. Sell many cars, next month, you're back at zero. You're at the bottom level, and you're working your way up. You only sold 5 cars, but maybe you're at 15% commission. You want 30% commission, you got to get to 15 cars. Next month, you're back at zero. Every month. There was no carryover. See, over here, you get to SM, SFA, you at the level, you're 85%. Boom, you're good. So here's the mindset though. I keep telling y'all, you gotta have a we mindset in this business. Abiola said it best. He said, man, I'm constantly recruiting. I see the call coming. He said, I'm constantly recruiting. I'm constantly building. He said, 3 recruits every month. 3 new every month. Some people say, well, how you find 3 new every month? If you're worried about how to find 3 every month, you ain't gonna find 3. Your mindset gotta be, I gotta get 3. So you heard Kamal says, I'm going to be, I am. So you gotta have an I am statement. Remember, John, that's our business logo. I am the CEO. I would tell y'all, some of y'all should go to IamTheCEO.biz and go get you some of that mug, go get you some merchandise. And for
Go
those
get you some drip.
contests, it's coming to you.
Go get you some drip. We got a store that has drip that are conversation pieces.
Yeah, I am, man. I wear my I Am The CEO stuff, and people like my I Am The CEO shirt, my I Am The CEO hoodies, and people like, oh, Eric, you the CEO, you hiring? They come looking for me, you hiring, stuff like that. So I'm telling you, you got to have that I am mindset. So with us having a builder's company, when you keep building, that's our model. So when you keep building and recruiting, and then you teach your other team how to build and recruit, and teach them how to build and recruit. See, how the sale is going to happen. You're going to make sales. How do you teach them how to sell? That's what the leaders do. Leaders are going, see, y'all, this is a leadership academy.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, so this is the number one, the baddest meetup for CEOs on the planet. I believe it. This is the baddest daily meetup for CEOs on the planet. The number one baddest, plain and simple. You show me a place to get more CEOs connecting and meeting, not just y'all are participating. This ain't just like, hey, I've been on this call, whatever. I'm listening to so-and-so in the morning. I watch this guy's YouTube, but you don't get to interact, right? It's one person. Maybe he got a co-host. Nah, this is a collaboration. This is a real meetup.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell y'all. So here's the thing. Going back to the build model, I got 4 minutes to let you understand something. Our model is a builder's model. You listen to Jamie, and I'm gonna put in the group. Some of y'all need to go back and watch it. He's watched the video. He's talking about what we asked, but he shared a video going back 7 years ago. And he was like, man, listen, y'all, we crushing it. We absolutely crushing it. We going over 250,000 in company premium. We got this one ED. He's getting ready, his agent is getting ready to do 50,000 in premium. Oh my goodness, they getting ready to hit 50,000. I got another guy, his agent is getting ready to hit 20,000. I got another person, his agent is getting ready to hit 10,000. Just a whole, and he said, we never done that before in my company. He said, in my whole company, nobody's ever done it. He said, somebody write 10,000 premium. Agencies don't do 10,000 people. My last comment. He was so excited, so fired up. I'm looking on this line. We got individuals like Akeisha Carr, who by herself has done over 30,000 in premium. By herself, she's done more than when Jamie 7 years ago was so proud that the whole agency did that. He was like, Frank's getting ready to hit 50,000 in premium. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? His team's gonna hit 50,000 in premium. Woo! His hair was on fire. His hair was standing up. 7 years later, Frank is going to cross over over $1 million in income. And 7 years later, Frank is doing his agency's doing like $3 million. 7 years ago, it's 50,000. Now 3 million. That's more than 10x. 10x from 50,000 would be 500,000. He's almost 100x. He 50x'd it. Are y'all hearing that? In 7 years. See,
and we still got a couple months to go in this year, and he can ready cross over.
See, so what I'm trying to tell you, our agency's job is doing more than what Jamie was so proud to be doing. Just our ED agency by itself, not include the whole team. So what I'm trying to tell you, Nicole, I see your agency do more than that. And so where am I going with this, y'all? You got to see it. And that's what the Abiola said. Man, I know the model. I know what it is, and I'm going to go get it. Like Money said, I know the model. I'm going to go get it. See, some of y'all are still questioning the model. How do I know? Because I can tell by your questions. You're like, Eric, what about this? 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 And I'm telling y'all, you got to get away from the people. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you this now. You got to be the one to inspire the people to this way we're going. At this point from today, from October 8th, 2024, you have to be the one that says this is where we're going. You can't rely on Jock, can't rely on Eric, can't rely on Nicole, can't rely on Dr. Teresa, can't rely on Darren, Frank, Jamie. They're going to do their part. But you, today, you signed your AOAs, an agency ownership agreement. You got to say, this is where we're going. And you can't waver. See, I tell my son this all the time. I said, son, when I dip your head in the water, like you know how they do that, when they be what you call them people? They do interrogations, right? You're being interrogated, and they dip their head in the water, and they want to come back, and they trying to get them to shake it, get it out of them, right? Then they try to waterboard them and all kind of stuff. I said, when they dip your head in the water, when you pull your head back up, I'm an insurance agent. Dip your head in the water. Who are you? I'm an insurance agent. One more time. Life insurance agent, executive director with Xperts Financial Group, Erik Robinson. Get him again, hit him again. Shock him, electrocute. What are you? Life insurance agent, Erik Robinson with Xperts Financial Group. Hit him again. Who are you? Life insurance agent, Xperts Financial Group, Erik Robinson, executive director. We can't break him. Life insurance agent, Xperts Financial Group, Erik Robinson. Somebody tell my wife I love her. All right, because I'm going down. Life insurance agent, executive director of Xperts Financial Group, Erik Robinson. That's when you know where you are. Some of y'all, all they do is got to splash some water in your face. Who are you? Oh, no, you know what? I'm an entertainer. I'm this, I'm that. Who are you? Well, you know, I do this, I do that, I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit of that. Right? They ain't got to get you to the water. Some of them, they just pull the handcuffs out. We're going to lock you up. Oh, let me tell you who I am. Well, listen, what I really did, I joined that business. I don't know nothing about it yet. I really ain't with them.
Right.
That ain't really what I do. I'm just doing this right now until I get my thing off the ground. Once I get off the ground, then I'm going to, you know.
But what you need me to do? You know what I
mean? So what I'm trying to tell y'all, when you dip your head in the water, I'm a life insurance agent, executive director with Xperts Financial Group, and I'm going to ride that until the bank overrunneth. You know, they say your cup overrunneth until my business overrunneth. You got to be that locked in, that committed. And some of y'all say, Erik, I can't be that committed to nothing. I get it. And trust me, it won't be that committed to you. You start the commitment first, and then your team follows. The business follows your commitment. See, some of y'all ain't ready to be that committed. And I get it, but I don't get it. Because I can't be uncommitted and broke at the same time. I can't be uncommitted and not successful, because some of y'all ain't broke. I can't be uncommitted and not successful. Success is what I was born to do. Winning is what I do, because all I do is win, no matter what. So I am so committed. My question to you is, what are you committed to? Are you committed to average? Are you committed to failure? Are you committed to lack? Or are you committed to abundance? Or are you committed to life? Or are you committed to winning? And are you committed to leadership and helping others win? Those are some of the things you got to be committed to. Everything else will take care of itself. So with that being said, I'm turning over to Mr. Troy Gandy for the recap. Hope y'all got something out of today.
Woo!
You on mute, Troy?
You're on mute, Troy. I was on mute trying to tell Troy he was on mute.
Okay. Thank you. Woo-hoo! Nuggets beyond nuggets coming out of the ED's bucket, as always. And now let's get it in. I know everybody was listening, had your ears open. Hopefully it wasn't just passing through. So give us a little bit of what was stuck in your brain today, or what stood out to you today in 1 minute. Somebody's got to get on the track, because this is a recap relay. There we go. All right. Dr. Teresa O'Day is going to take the first leg. The baton is yours.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Erik, as always. You know, you just sharpening, helping us sharpen. And that commitment and consistency is what I hear in everything. Because if we're not committed, doing what is required, there's no way it would work. And then being consistent. So we got to do it. Like, you know, Uncle Jack said, we are a product of the company. So Xperia is it, and whatever their mission and vision is what we need to be and what we need to live and share. So we have to be committed, we have to be consistent, and then communicate. If we are not communicating, there's no way we can get the help we need. So we got to do that. Thank you.
Beautiful. That's sliding into the zone with style. And we can take that, and we're going to pass that baton right now on to Mr. Laco Elijah Pye.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Erik. Sometimes I tell people like, we don't know what we have here, right? It's just like when somebody pick up a raw diamond and they don't actually know quality of what it is, right? That's what we have here. You're like a raw diamond. Anybody can play with and throw it away, and somebody who see the value. That's why people that are seeing the value of what we have here are coming from other agencies. $1 million earners, $2 million earners, people with hundreds of licenses are coming over here because they are seeing what we have here. And I always equate it to somebody who is in the house. And you are in the house, you don't know what is happening on the top of the roof. But somebody outside will see what's happening on the top of the roof that will attract them to your place, right? So that's what we have here, and we need to recognize it. I remember when I was in WFG and I went to Dallas, I spent 3 days, 3 times going to Dallas, did this 700, 1,700 premium, and this guy charged back, and I charged back everything. But in the period, that will be different, right? I won't get charged back everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take what we have here seriously because we have a raw diamond in our hand and we can refine it. So, thank you. Back to you, Mr. Troy.
All right, all right. Thank you for running that second leg. And we're going to pass this third leg to someone we know is always a winner, always ready to run. And she's doing some wonderful things. She loves helping people. She is none other than, yeah. You leaving it in the hands of the coach over here? Man, I'll put you on the track. Come on, Miss Ashley Talbert. Ashley, it's your turn to run. And if Ashley ain't taking the baton, we're going to give it to Angela Keith.
Can somebody jump on the track twice?
We're gonna get somebody in the track. We just keep pushing them out there. Somebody gonna run. We're gonna give it to Miss Donnie. You were laughing too hard. You said, yeah, they got me last time.
Grand Rising family, how you doing? So the commitment part to me, thanks for the demonstrations. Eric, you went down, you was dying and went down. You know what I'm saying? You'll die for it. So being commitment is the thing. Like now, I'm committed because I'm trying to move, I'm folding clothes, I'm trying to get up out of here, but I am committed because I know commitment is going to bring me generational wealth. So that's what I got. That's what I have for y'all today. And back to you, Mr. Troy Gandy.
Thank you for always being ready to run. Good. And with that being said, we've had the first, second, and third leg, and we got none other than this phenomenal woman that just always got her tennis shoes laced up, and I don't know whether they Nikes, Pumas, or what, but she going through the whole Foot Locker gamut over there. She's putting them all on, and she gets it done better than anybody else. I guess because she can switch shoes whenever she feels like it, a woman's closet, So we'll give it to none other than downtown Rita Brown. One shoe don't fit, she'll put on another one.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Grand Rising.
It is important to get your new people to their first rank. Keeping your teams together creates a bond between you and your agents. Sometimes it's not all about work. 10 contacts, 3 appointments, 1 deal. The importance of being confident. Be confident when talking to people. Determination, looking for someone who wants something. Make the calls every day. No special skills needed. Just opportunity, time, and go to work. Get in the game however you get in. We give you money when you fall sick. We give your family money when you pass away. We give you money for retirement. We give you money for your children's education. We protect and provide income. If you have high-end clients, take them to dinner. Present the opportunity. If they're not interested, get referrals. You get skilled by continuing to have the conversations. Proper onboarding will allow you to see how much they are willing to invest. Get them to SFA. The soil in Xperia is very nurturing. You can move up faster here than most places. Let your team know what it takes for them to get to their next promotion. It is always a next level. Always know what it takes to get there. We have to have passion, confidence, and conviction. So many potholes, so many speed bumps on our journey. Make the decision to go through the pain points and the storm. Afterwards, it's a whole new world. We are here to make an impact. Put the 3x5 in front of you. Know where you are at all times. If you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. We're going into a next phase. Be responsible for yourself and be responsible for your team. Let's go, let's grow. Leaders think on ink. Do you know exactly what you need to get to your next level? Master the basics. Have a commitment to the process. We have a builder's model. Production is an I thing. It's self-preservation. We got that one. Building is a we thing, and it may not be naturally. Only hang around the people who are doing the things that you want to do and going where you want to go. It raises your level. It raises your thought process. It makes it different. Sometimes we try to move people to our circle, but they love the circle they're in. There is still a dropout rate, even in college. So be prepared for the dropout. There's a builder's model and a producer model. We have both. Xperia allows you to come and build your business without the franchise fees and overhead fees. We have an opportunity to create a company inside of a company without the fees. We should all have the fire under our feet. Why are we always talking about recruiting? Some people have negative things about recruiting because they've always heard negative things and they've never been successful. You got to have a we mindset. Get 3 recruits every month, constantly recruiting. Don't ask where you get 3. Have the mindset, I got to get 3. You have to have a I am statement, a I am mindset. Keep building and recruiting. Teach others to build and recruit. This is the baddest CEO meeting on the planet. This is collaboration, a real meetup. You got to see it. I know the model and I'm going to go get it. Don't question the model. Inspire the people. From October the 8th, today, October the 8th, 2024, you have to be the one to say, this is where we are, this is where we are, and this is where we going. You can't waver. Keep dipping your head in the water and keep coming back saying, I am a life insurance agent. Be that committed. Get your team committed. Your business follows your commitment. What are you committed to? Are you committed to the average, failure, lack, or are you committed to abundance, life, leadership, and helping others to win? That's it. That's all.
Awesome, Rita Brown.
Wee. Rita Brown.
All right, all right, all right, all right. There you have it, y'all. We are at the, well, we ain't even gonna say we at the finish line. This is a medley, so we know we got to go long term. So we just gonna keep running. So now it's just the time when we take a break. So now you got to go out in the field and actually make it happen. And then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll be on the next phase of the relay to keep it moving. All right. With that being said, we're going to give it back for the last and final comments coming from the man that holds the nugget bucket like nobody else, Mr. Erik E.D. Robinson.
Nugget bucket.
And if you come off mute, you
All right,
can
thank
make
you,
it happen.
everybody, for that amazing recap. Rita Brown, you do it again and again. I'm just gonna give you a double pin drop. today we got office hours from 12 to 1, may carry over a little bit, 12 to 1. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get special guests tomorrow. I told y'all we're gonna be talking about today, we're gonna be talking about some deals, getting into the production mode. So today we're gonna talk about some deals in the production mode. Oh, I like that, Danny. I like that. I like that emoji you got there. So and tomorrow night we got that BTO to start packing the house. Atlanta, the 19th. And y'all heard, I'm just say tomorrow said we getting people to Atlanta. We start building up. Ladies and gentlemen, for the level up, it's a 2-day event. You got to start building up. You got to start letting people know. We're gonna be going to hard promotion zone. We're gonna come in 30 days in. If you know somebody in Atlanta, I'm gonna be in Atlanta. If so those in Atlanta, I'm gonna be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I got business partners in Atlanta, boom. I got money in Savannah, boom. So I don't know how the song go, but anyway, that y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to know because I don't think the words are really good. Anyway, so with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Love y'all. Have an amazing day on purpose. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Thank
Yeah.
you all. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peace. The Lord be with you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you all.
Likewise.